Hey folks, and welcome to some post-commentary. The footage you're about to see is old. It was recorded in 2021, it's only being released now in 2025. It doesn't necessarily represent me as a person or as a YouTuber anymore. Some of it might, some of it mightn't. I just ask for your forbearance for any rough patches you may find. I found a few in my checking of it, and I've excised them, but there's so much footage to check through that I wouldn't be able to get it all. So some will doubtlessly have slipped past. So just hope for your tolerance and your understanding. Till next time, folks, I do hope you've enjoyed. I'll let Past Me take over. You'll be hearing from me again. There's plenty of this footage. Hey, folks, and welcome back to some post commentary. hmm. Not gonna be here for long. One, I want to get on with checking more footage. Two, there's not really much to show. Had a pretty safe journey back. So, I'll probably just talk here for a moment and then fuck off. Seems this is back when we were leaving Delve. We leave Delve today. Be ready, says chat. It's in red. All capitalized. God, this was so many years ago. Before each episode, I'm going to make damn sure to put a "this is 4 years old" notice, or thereabouts. I should have done that on the like first two halves of this series, if you get me. I uploaded so much of it back in 2024, then I upload more in 2025. I should have had "this is fuck old" on them all, but what I'm dealing with now, I will. Just saying, like, it doesn't represent me as a YouTuber or whatnot. This is past me. You know, if you want to be angry at anyone, shout it past me. Me does not necessarily represent me now. You know, that kind of thing. The footage is fuck old. I feels almost awkward about posting it because of it, but I've so much recorded here, I'm not gonna not post it, you know? Plus, it gets some attention, so. I've gotten some subs through it, so. Feels like a terrible waste not to, you know? Has been tempting to come back to EVE Online at some point, but not sure I can justify it. Like, would I be really that interested in it? How long would it hold my attention? That kind of thing. You don't need to worry about that. I do have footage for a while yet for ye. For a while yet. I'm not sure how much. Have to check through folders and whatnot. And so what I'm dealing with here is I grabbed a few hundred subsets of the MMO uh, of the MMO backlog, and just work my way through that list and then move on to something else. Though saying that, I've been kind of bouncing between a few things without finishing any of them. So yeah. But anyway, we're back here at T5. No, Palanai. Oh, I remember being at this place. This is the HiSec campus for attendees. I remember here. I remember having some fun doing ratting and whatnot. Yeah. I remember I did some ratting and ran into a rather profitable one with someone from an enemy corp jumping in, but they were friendly. They didn't try and pop me or they didn't steal the loot. They just chatted with me and were puzzled at me going the slow way. And it was a nice convo. I don't think I got it recorded, but you know, salute to you. You know, 0707. You know. That was a nice memory. Whoever they were, I honestly don't remember. Hope they're doing well. But anyway, I'm going to stop here, and I'll talk to you next time, folks. I'll let past me pick back up.
I tried to do a take there, but I was not happy with it. Basically, I just hit a topic there that flared me a little too hard. Sore nerve. I'm gonna have to edit that a fair chunk, but oh, will you future me to worry about it? I need probably should call it here, honestly, and let myself calm down and the blood settle. But yeah, maybe someday you'll find out what I'm referring to. Maybe not. Um, this. Ugh. My back's actually sore from how annoyed I was. Actually, let's do some mining. It's safe here right now. Let's keep this place on destination. Wow, tons of mining belts. Mining belt 11. Jump in at 0. It's all friends. Cocaine bliss. Bless? By the power of cocaine, I bless ya. Bliss, probably. Yeah, bliss. I'm still sore of the other thing. My body feels battered now. That's how angry I am. My own body's breaking down. Brave 2-0. They're here. I don't think they have a booster ship, an orca. So I'll just mind myself. Jesus. I need to grab some feldspar. Apparently the spot I bought was actually, I was pretty overpriced on it. It's overpriced. It's not worth what I paid for it. Spot's actually been removed from the game due to the scarcity, which they're apparently bringing to an end soon, but how soon is soon, I don't have a fucking clue. So yeah. I'm not sure if they'll bring Spot back, because they want to keep Tritanium a high-sec thing. But at the same time, if they're undoing a bit of the scarcity thing to, adjust things, maybe they'll change away from that idea. Maybe they'll bring Spot back. I don't know. But,
Hello, folks. Doing a partial commentary here. Maybe again. Post commentary again. Ooh, didn't get rid of this one. Just wasn't happy with the bit of commentary here. I kind of kept looping, and to be honest, I couldn't even find the starting point. I just kind of kept cycling. So I'm here mining in high-sec. Like, I kind of do remember this time. I do remember. I think after this set, I do. Maybe it's not this sec. Maybe it's next sec. A set where I do a bit of off-camera grinding and playing, and I found it actually really enjoyable. I remember just me coming up here, having breakfast, and just mindlessly mining or ratting. It was actually really comfy. Though for ages after, I could swear I could still hear the EVE Online music echoing in my room. Just like I'll be just like on the PC doing whatever else, and I could still swear I could still hear the music. Stuck. It's stuck in my head. For those curious as to when this is being recorded, it is the 1st of the 11th, 2025. When this video itself was recorded, the footage on screen, I can tell you in a moment. This was recorded on the 8th of August 2021 it started at 2:10:58 and ended at 2:22:48. So, yeah, a long time ago. Many, many years ago. This is nostalgic. This is nostalgic. I'm glad I shuffled before I finished my time here in EVE Online. I shuffled everything I had in PvP space, like on player stations and whatnot. I shuffled everything off to that the Kodari trade hub place, whatever that's called. Jitta. Jitta. I shuffled everything off to Jitta. So if I ever do want to pop back to the game, I haven't lost anything. I can easily pop back in and sign up to another corp. Go play with them. Might be nice, you know? Hmm. But I just don't know. Like I'm a big fan of EVE Online, but I just don't know about getting back to it, you know? Part of me feels like maybe I'm played out. Might be just played out in the moment. I've been on a real fixation of StarCraft 2 vids as of late. So maybe when this craze is over, I'll move back to playing something else. For last month, I've played maybe 4 or 5 hours of something else total, and that's it. 2 hours of Darkenstein 3D and an hour and a half of something else, and that's been it. I think it was two other things, and that was it. Oh, it was Bolt Gun and something else. Give me a half a click. A Mega Bonk. Bolt Gun and Mega Bonk. I played like 20 something minutes, 30 minutes something of Mega Bonk, the demo, and then some Bolt Gun. And that's it. I've just been on major fixation of modded StarCraft 2 stuff. Present, I'm working on Mobius Pack. It's a nightmare difficulty game thing. Nightmare difficulty mod. If you don't know what Nightmare is, it's a fan difficulty for StarCraft. Normal StarCraft is like easy, normal, hard, and brutal. Nightmare changes brutal. I don't know to what extent. The enemy AI is different, and different events will happen in the base game missions. Like, for example, you know when you're on 0 hour, you can float your command center up and escape it, so that you get those extra few seconds or the extra time you need to win the mission. They'll swing in a ton of mutas to prevent you doing that. In the Mobius pack in particular, you store the artifact in your command center rather than on a truck outside. It's in your command center and now you can't take off. So you have to defend it on the ground. You can't just float it away. But beyond that, they also throw multiple Ultralisks at you, including Tarrasques that heal on attack to the point where you'll burn down a third, like a fourth or fifth of their health bar, and they're attacking all the while. And you see the bar go down, you see the bar go right back up. The only one taking damage really is you. Your troops are being bled down by the Ultralisk gnawing on them. It's a ball bust. It's a ball bust. But I'm getting through it. I'm like halfway done. So I can see why people don't like Nightmare Mode, because it is very dickish. Very, very dickish, but I've gone through Legends of Arcane. I can get through this. I've spent like 6 hours. Like I've been stuck on many missions in Legends of Arcane. I wouldn't say there's many missions where I spent 6 hours a piece stuck on them. At least it felt like that. It felt like an age. But we're reaching the end here of this little bit of commentary. I kind of end up talking about other stuff there. But there's little to talk about here. It's just me mining. So, I hope you're enjoying EVE Online here, folks. Honestly, part of me would like to come back to it. Part of me would. But I started playing Guild Wars 2 recently, so I want to play more of that, work on that. There's a buddy I play with. We played once together, and then I kind of burned myself out on grinding. So, want to get back to playing it and to do some stuff with him. So, I just have to stop being fixated on StarCraft for a while. But anyway, talk to you soon.
1, 2. Okay, this is high sec. People can't just attack you randomly, but they're suicide gangs. Ugh. Go, 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 go.
Autopilot disabled.
Okay, you're far too far up this thing's ass. Like, seriously, if that was actually a hostile, I would be dead right now. Okay, stop moving. I got distracted by my phone because I was thinking, it'll jump in a second. It'll be fine. It did not jump. Not in a second. Stop moving. 1, 2, 3. I feel battered right now. It's annoying. Oh god. People found some someone posted pics of some kind of similar facial expressions on Eddie from Ed, Ed, and Eddie, and you know, that tanned tomboy bullying anime, being bullied by the tanned tomboy, Nagatoro. I'm probably saying that wrong. I remember Toro, but I can't remember the rest of her name, the first half. But, someone then went and drew Eddie dressed as her. And it's pretty funny. Someone also made a video of it, and I have no idea what the audio in it is, but I can only assume it's fucking hysterical. Like someone put audio to Eddie being in her outfit, so cosplaying. So yeah. I'll give names. Maybe you can find them yourself. Okay, I cannot read that signature. It kind of annoys me. Is that a G? You know what? If they wanted to be known, they should have wrote legibly. Because it was other people posting the art, it seemed, than the actual accounts. So... Oh, Jesus. I hate that with artist signatures. You just don't know what the fuck to call them, what their name is. It's just like, yeah, I see the signature, but what the fuck is it? Did a dying otter just spaz out there? I have no idea. You know, it's a little annoying. Girls, enemy girls playing volleyball. Saving. Wait, really? That sounds a lot more when you put it like that. People were saying apparently the nice bunny Torah art. Um, Torah, you know, Fate, Lancer, King Arthur in bunny outfit. Oh yeah, you know the world ends with you. I think in Japanese it's named slightly differently. Even like when you translate it over, what a wonderful world or something. But yeah, the world ends with you. Apparently, the original had a iffy translation, and the new one has an iffy translation. Like an alleged one going around is because the apparently the translator bragged about it. Was a character sees a bit of graffiti on the wall, and they don't like it. It's it's not their shtick, and so they dislike it. That's both translations agree. But the localized translation changes it from "I'm going to graffiti this up because I dislike it," that kind of vibe, to "it promotes capitalism and we can't stand for that. I'm going to graffiti it now." And it's just randomly sticks capitalism, boo capitalism into it to make it more relatable to Americans. And it's just like, fuck you. Fuck you. Like, I'm trying to write. I'm doing a terrible job at actually doing it, but I'm trying to write. And if someone approach takes the story I've been working on and decides to make it more relatable and hip with the kids by butchering it, and your country has the death sentence, I will push for it to be enacted a few times over. Till my bloodlust is sated. I don't know how much I'm joking there right now. But basically, if yeah, not everything translates over word for word. Yeah, there's no disagreement there, and it won't work. Like especially if it's a pun, it won't work in the different language. So obviously, there's gonna have to be changes. But there's differences between changing that and accommodating the different language. As much as that does bug me, I can understand. I can understand that's the necessity. What I cannot understand, what I cannot tolerate, is this thing can be translated over just fine. But I'm gonna be all memey and hip and cool and make this my own thing, even though your job is to translate it so people can play interact with a bit of media that they otherwise couldn't. Your job isn't to bastardize it, to write bullshit fanfic of the thing and put it under the original author's name. Like, God, that disgusts me. Like, I have no problem with someone writing fanfic, you know? Fuck. Part of me is thinking, like, I'm not even entirely sure I'll give a damn if they're like, I'm gonna write fanfic and I would like to make money off it. As long as it's marked as fanfic, I don't give a fucking damn. As long as it's clear, it's like, yeah, I'm just taking his thing and trying to write my own story in it. Go ahead. Like, I would give a shit. As long as it's marked clearly as your fanfic. Not thrown to me, but it emphasizes your work. Even if you borrow characters, just, emphasize that it's your thing, and that's fine. What bugs me is when people bastardize the official copy and push the official copy, insulting and deriding people for not wanting the bastardized version, or bastardize it and pass it off as the original work. Or just be more a bit more subtle about it. Rather than bragging about it, you just bastardize it and move on. In either case, you're writing fanfic and putting it under original author's name. And since it's probably going to be shit, you're tarnishing his name because now people will associate the shit your shit writing with the original order. Ugh. And then people can't easily get, the one translation they're getting is botched, so they've no real way of seeing that world, seeing that story that people put blood, sweat, and tears into. You've ruined their access to that media, to that bit of, to that world, to that story. You've ruined it. Ah, it's so irritating. And again, I can't fully properly articulate myself. Again, I fare better writing. Basically, so to try and sum it up, like, it's one thing for someone to write fanfic. It's as long as it's marked as this is my fanfic, the characters are owned by him, except for these characters, which are mine. The setting is his, or hers, or whoever. The Gibbet Gob in the wall over there, it wrote a book. It's just a random mass of tendrils. It wrote a book. I'm writing a character in its use. I'm taking some characters from its setting, and I'm writing a different story in using them in that world. That's one thing. And how even if you made money off it, as long as it's properly marked, that's one thing. Like, I remember hearing rumors that the Metro author actually advertises people's fanfic. I don't know if that's true, but apparently his site's all in Russian. I wouldn't have a fucking clue, but apparently he did. He's cavalier about it. I know others are copyright or sue happy, but yeah. There's another thing when you bastardize a work, changing characters and changing how things happen for whatever reason. Be you trying to be cute and clever about it and hide it, and not brag about it, or like others being audacious and brag about how you bastardized and improved the work. Like some are, they're like, oh, we removed the sexist content. Well, what was it? Well, something bad happened to a woman. Like, I remember a dev arguing. They didn't censor things, but they did. It was the Baldur's Gate Beamdog devs. Sorry, Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition devs. They did the Dragonspear expansion. I remember seeing a post on their forums, if I can't remember the exact phrasing, but it was sexist for a woman to ever be the butt of a joke. So, I also remember other devs that were translating stuff. I can't quite remember the scenario because it was something I heard less in passing. It stuck with me less. Something, but they were claiming some game was sexist and how they felt a moral duty to purify it and remove such content. So in either case, they're bastardizing someone else's work and going beyond their actual job description. Their job is just translated, and if things don't work in just as a direct translation, to adjust it so it does, while keeping the spirit, the essence there. They instead bastardize it. They change how things play out. There was a character in Fire Emblem who's a general serious guy, and they give him an obsession with pickles because they're all so random. Apparently there's a conversation between two assassins who in the same game, and talking about how they work for different sides, though they were very stilted. And now they have to work together, and they don't even remember how many people they've killed. They just replace with ... I actually unfollowed and blocked someone recently for defending that. I also blocked the game they were working on, because it's like, no, fuck you. I'm not saying who it was, but depending on the mood you catch me in, I have a very short fuse for retardation. Like, if you're just saying hi, that's fine. Like, talk away, I'll just be more scared of you than you or me. But when you start giving bad takes or defending very bad practices, no second chances, do not pass go, go immediately to jail, go immediately to the oubliette. Oy. As if only I could put them into my memory of them into a psychological oubliette and just forget about it. But I that was not concise. Let's drop this off. We'll go back and keep in mind a little more. Then I'll try again. Okay. So, basically it's like one thing if you write fanfic, it's even if you get paid for it. That's one thing. As long as it's properly marked out that, yeah, this guy owns a setting, he owns these characters, but these are mine. You know, that kind of thing. You know, there's no big deal. It's another thing when you write it under the original author's name. You pass off your bastardized work of their thing as the author's work. You make it difficult for people to get the unbastardized work. Like, things rarely get... I don't think things often get multiple translations. Certainly not within the gaming industry. They don't often get them. So, by you bastardizing that translation, you've made it all the more difficult for people to... Jesus. I almost feel bad for them. You know, maybe I should call the drones back, let them kill me, huh? But you made it all the harder for people to get access to the proper stuff. Because there won't be another translation, in all likelihood. Unless it's that dog shit, and even then I don't think any company would actually fork out the money. But... ooh, maybe I should have brought a can. But I don't think any company would actually fork out the money to fix it. Because it would be expensive to do it again. It's bad enough the first time. So not only have you made it hard for people to actually get the material, you've also, bastardized and sullied something that someone put blood, sweat, and tears into, that they worked their ass off for. I struggle with motivation. So the idea of you taking something that someone actually found motivation to work on, and you sully it, you shit all over it, gleefully, getting your crap all over it, and then try and pass it off as the real thing. Or boldly claim that you've improved it, as so many do. It really pisses me off. You either end up passing your bullshit off as the original author's work, or you gleefully take pride in, tarnishing and altering, not abiding by your actual job description, and bastardizing someone's work. Either way, you're fucking up royally. It's very fucking irritating, as I'm sure you can tell. I think I ranted for like 30 minutes there. I like to say I don't have the gift of the gab. The Blarney Stone comes and kisses me to give others the gift of the gab. If you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Gift of the gab is the ability to talk a lot. And the Blarney Stone is a stone... the battlements of a castle. The along the wall, there's the ridges that go up and down, like the siege ladders will prop up against, or archers will be standing by. Well, along one bit of a wall, there's a bit you can bend down and actually stick your head under those battlements. So say if the rock fell, you'll be just like decapitated, and your skull would crush on the ground at the feet of the castle or keep. There's a special stone there called the Blarney Stone, and people kiss it for some supposed boon. I think it being the gift of the gab. Who knows what you get? Fucking chlamydia. But, yeah. I'll look it up here. I got time. But yes, very nice art here of Bunny Artoria. Very nice. Oh, bunnies. Of the other sort. You know, the Japanese island covered in bunnies? Buns. Blarney Stone. Blarney. Blarney Castle. So, presumably that's where it is. And yep, people kiss it. Apparently for the last 200 years. I'm not sure if they ever clean it. Okay, I have it here on Wikipedia. The Blarney Stone. Cloch na Blarna? Blarnan? I can't speak Irish. CLOCHNA BLARNAN. Is a block of Carboniferous limestone built into the battlements of Blarney Castle. Blarney, about 8 kilometres, 5 miles from Cork, Ireland. According to the legend, kissing the stone endows the kisser with the gift of gab, great eloquence, or skill of flattery. Oh, thought it was just simply skill to talk a lot. Apparently was sexing down the myth. The stone was set into the tower of the castle in 1446. The castle is a popular tourist resort site, attracting tourists from all over the world to kiss the stone and tour the castle and its gardens. The word Blarney has come to mean clever, flattering, or coaxing talk. Irish politician John O'Connor Power defined it this way. Blarney is something more than mere flattery. It is flattery sweetened by humour and flavoured by wit. Those who mix with Irish folk have many examples of it in their everyday experience. Letitia, Letitia, Elizabeth Landon, described its contemporary meaning in an article entitled Blarney Castle in 1832. But yeah, you're actually sticking your head out over an overhang to kiss it. I remember seeing a video of it, but they might have adjusted it here so you don't anymore. But it almost looks like worn away from the kissing. Honestly, I blame the lead in our pipes. There's a lot of lead in Irish pipes. We've lead pipes all around the country, to the point where there's actually government fund to replace lead pipes. We could avail of it, but then they'll rip up our driveway and will not replace it. Probably. Or they'll do it and it'll be of questionable quality, then we'd have to get someone else in to fix it. So we're just kind of buying bottled water for years on end, which is probably after costing us more, honestly. But a part of our issue is actually finding workmen that don't just piss off. We had guys that were meant to come back and finish our back garden last year. They never have. I think we still have some of their tools. They just walked off without them. They left a big bucket of them, and came back for the bucket. Just wandered into our back one day, no warning, no nothing, and yeah, wandered into the back one day, no warning, no nothing, and got the bucket of tools back, but I think we still have some of their stuff out there. They don't seem particularly interested in getting it back. But, Sylvie. think the other few workmen just kind of pissed around on us. I think one connected. Yeah, one of them connected up our circuits wrong. They put a pipe connected to the shower, like water, right under our electric box. Or something. Something like that. Or they were actually no, maybe it was water. I do know that they gave us the wrong power cable for our shower. They were running it on a far too low of a thing, which is why our shower kept cutting out before. I remember trying to get showered once and cut out 20 times. I'd have to get out of the shower, dry off my hands, go to the switches in the hall, like we have trip switch, flick it, and go back. And I had to go in and out 20 times. And I'm not sure if that was in counting or discounting the times when I wouldn't be even back, like, I'd be at the halfway mark or a little over, back into the bathroom. And I'd have to turn back on my heel and flip it again. Or the times it would keep immediately flipping down when I was there. So, yeah. Number of stories attempt to explain the origin of the stone and surrounding legend. An early story involves the goddess Clodna, C-L-I, Fada. That's an Irish accent. And not as in saying an Irish accent, but as in, you know how there's symbols on Spanish letters and like a little sombrero or whatever. It's like that, but it's just a little tick. It's like, say, in this case, it's on an eye. Instead of drawing the dot of the eye, you kind of do a little flick. You kind of just, like the tail, you know, when you do a tick, the tail goes out a little. You just take a snippet of the end of the tail and put it there instead of the dot. Though you can also have like an fada on an O or whatever. So you just do that there instead. Cormac Adair McCarthy, the builder of Barney Castle, being involved in a lawsuit in the 15th century, appealed to Clodna for assistance. She told... Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. We just go grab all this shit. It's shit, but it's salvage. She told McCartney to kiss the first stone he found in the morning on his way to the court, and he did so. With the result that he pleaded his case with great eloquence and won. Thus, the Warren Stone is said to impart the ability to deceive without offending. He then incorporated it into the parapet of the castle. Tons of tiny rocks. We're going at full speed, but it feels like we're going slow, as to be careful. It's just how slow this ship is. Maybe I should have left the speed boost on. It's only a single metal scrap. It's not great, but it's actually something. Oh shit, if we can get metal scraps from drones, then all's good. I'll look it up right now before I go back to Barney Stones. They're talking. I just ended up stumbling onto a post from 2012 complaining about the UI. I've like 2 months, 14 days after this. As far as I know, the drones drop that as salvage. Okay, maybe if I go Eve drone salvage.